We had the core CPI meeting. It was lower than expected, which is good for the market. We had the Fed statement. Then, of course, we had the conference. Man, the conference was such a joke, man. Like, literally, they think we're dumb. They literally do. Then, of course, we had the federal budget, and it was way, way over the budget. But if we're over the budget, we get penalized. If we can't pay our taxes, we get sent to prison. But not the federal government. Nah, they just print more money. Hey, where's that on button? Make sure to plug it in. We got more ink. It makes me sick. Then we have the core PPI. This is the producer price index. So this is basically the people, with the sellers, not including food and energy, because this is very volatile. This came out lower than expected, which is good. Now, my question is, if everything is good, why doesn't it feel like it? So here we have the PPI, month over month, and this is actually negative 0.2, which is really good. Man, we're doing great. We're doing great. We're doing Tony the Tiger. Then we have unemployment claims, higher than forecasted. So what does this mean? Why do traders care? Here it says, although it's generally viewed as a lagging indicator, and this is done every week, the number of unemployed people is an important signal of overall economic health because consumer spending is highly correlated with the labor markets. So if you don't have a job, you ain't spending. So if you don't have money to spend, you're not buying a lot of extra things. Now, granted, people still are, because what they're doing is they're getting credit cards, and they're getting one credit card to pay another credit card, if that makes sense. So I want to show this to you. So the core CPI measures the change in the price of goods and services, not including food and energy, because it's very volatile. Now, the lower than expected core CPI indicates a lower inflationary pressures. So this is good. This means that they're not going to have to increase inflation. This can signal that consumer demand is weakening or that prices are stabilizing. We just had the report, the unemployment is gone up, so people can't spend money. So this is a reason for the core CPI. The demand is weakening because guess what? People are not going to spend their money on certain things. However, it might also signal that the economy is not growing as strongly as anticipated. The banks are fine. No need to worry about that. This dude is such a freaking joke, man. He even said it too, in one of his responses. Oh, the economy is great. The banks, there's no pressures, etc., etc. I don't think anyone has a definitive answer why people are not as happy about the economy as they might be, he said. Yeah, because the economy's not growing, that nothing's happening with the economy. And then not only that, but the higher interest rates have created 63 problem banks and a $517 billion in unrealized losses. This is not good. Are we going to see another bank run like we did the last time? What is a bank run? Well, a bank run is simply, right now, you can even try to get your money out of the bank. Let's say you had 20,000, 50,000, 100,000. You try to go to the bank, they don't have that much money in there. No, they don't. Let alone if 100 people try to take out their money, they don't have that money in there. So this is why having money is very dangerous. Having money in the bank is very dangerous. Not only that, but you could have your ATM debit card, but they can freeze your account. Let's say they don't like what you're saying. They freeze it. It's scary. It's so scary. The federal budget. We mentioned this one just a little bit ago. The federal budget. It went over by a lot. Man, the forecasted was $279.6 billion. It did $347.1 billion. The previous was $209.5 billion. So how much increase is that? That's a lot of billions. What does this say? Well, the larger than expected deficit, more negative balance, indicates that the government is spending significantly more than it's earning. But yet, if we spend more than we earn, well, then we get fined by our bank. I forget what they call them, overdraft fees. We get fined by the bank. I think they only let you go over a certain amount. And then once you hit that certain amount, well, guess what? They're going to close your account, but you still owe them money. And then you probably go to collections or the cops come after you. I don't know how that works, but I'm just saying you can't keep on going into the negative. However, the federal government, whatever, we're special. We're special. The core CPI measures the change of the selling prices received by domestic producers for their output. This does not include food or energy, again, because this is very volatile. The lower than expected core PPI suggests that producer prices are not rising as quickly as anticipated. So this is good. This is really good, which can indicate reduced inflationary pressure. Now, have you noticed everything is, all these numbers, granted, these are fibbed numbers and everybody's seeing that more and more. They're being adjusted so that we could continuously see reduced inflationary pressure. We're seeing this over and over again. If you have money, stop messing around, do the VIP. If you don't have money, don't worry about it. I'll show you how to do this stuff for free on the videos that we have here. So if you want just to support the channel, just say, hey Joe, you're the best, and you will become my favorite. It's $19 a month if you want to do that. And then of course, if you want to do the monthly with a credit card, it's right here. It's $99 a month. And of course, you get all this stuff. And then of course, if you want to do lifetime, here's a lifetime. Here's a lifetime. Now, if you want to pay with a crypto, then just send me a message on Telegram. The last one is unemployment. We went over this briefly, and this just says how many, this happens every single week. Higher than expected unemployment claims indicate a weakening labor market, which can signal a economic slowdown. So the economic slowdown, well, people don't have jobs, people can't buy stuff, people can't go on vacations, people can't be doing stuff. Rising unemployment claims can lead to a reduced consumer spending. Why? Because people don't have money. And the money that they do have, they got to save that for rent, food, light, bills, kids, which can further slow the economy growth. This can also influence the Federal Reserve decision on monetary policies. Basically, are they going to increase the interest rates? No, they're not going to increase the interest rates if there's unemployment are going up. The only reason they increase the interest rates is to reduce people from spending, which is very, very ugly for the government to do. I didn't know any of this stuff, guys. I did not know any of this before I got into crypto. Then I realized how bad the government is. Now, granted, am I going to leave? No. Well, then Joe, stop crying about it. I'm not crying about it. I'm letting you know what they do. Because if you know what they do, well, now you may have more conviction to crypto. So what the government does is they want unemployment to go up, because if unemployment goes up, then people aren't buying. If people aren't buying, well, then that slows down the economy. If the economy is slowing down, well, guess what? Inflation also slows down. But if people are spending, everybody's got a job, people are making money and just spending. Now, of course, you have supply versus demand. There's not enough supply, the demand goes higher, so now you're increasing the prices, so now the prices are increasing. Now what's also going to happen is the government is going to say, you know what, we need to increase the rates. Let's increase the interest rates, so this will slow people down from buying. So they're going to, the banks are going to increase their loan rates, the credit cards are going to increase their interest rates, all the rates are going to go up. And because the rates are going up, now you're going to slow it down, and you're going to be like, man, I could have bought this car, 6 months ago with this interest rate, it would have come out to this much. Now it's going to be this much because of it. And I say, you know what? Let me just hold off. I want it, I deserve it, but I'm not going to pay that much money for it. So then you hold off on it. So now it reduces the spending. So it's just a cycle. That's all it is. It's a cycle. So this is my interpretation of the government, of the funds, and this is the reason why the market is doing what it's doing. Like we know that these numbers are fibbed. We know these numbers are fibbed. However, we don't care. Give us good numbers so that the market looks good, we can make money. However, the smart money already knows, hey, you know what? It's getting ready to possibly tank. Not right now, but in a few months. So let's get our money, let's cash out, let's do whatever we're gonna do and just leave and wait. Because right now, these may be all the possible signs of what's to come. Possible. Nobody knows. In the first 8 months of the fiscal year 2024, the US deficit hits a whopping 1.2 trillion with a T, or 4.9 billion per day. In May alone, deficit spending was 348 billion or 11.2 billion a day. This is absolutely nuts. Then here they talk about the job market, the labor market. And I just find it so funny, you know, they ask them, you know, as far as like the people are saying that, okay, the economy is not doing great. And then he comes over and says, I don't know why they're saying that. You know, all the numbers are good. The banking system is strong. That's what he said. Jerome Powell says the recent strong jobs data might be slightly overstated. So even they know that the numbers are skewed, indicating that benchmark revisions could be on the way. Let's just fix these numbers. There's an argument that they may be overstated, but still, they're strong. Powell said, referring to the U.S. payroll reports, we see gradual cooling, gradual moving forward. But oh my gosh, man. And we're so dumb. Oh, it's great. This stuff reminds me of gas prices. I'm an old man. I remember when gas prices, they would pay me to put gas in my vehicle. That's how old I am. Everything was black and white. Then one day, everything became Technicolor. And then the actual color. It was amazing. But I'm so old that they actually used to pay me to put gas in my motor vehicle. Anyway, I remember back in the day, prices were cheap. Then it went up. It's like, oh man, forget this. I'm not gonna put gas anymore. Then it went up even more. Oh, forget this, man. Like, we need a boycott, blah, blah. Then it went up even more and more and more and more and more. And then finally, because we're dumb, when they reduce it by 10 cents, oh my gosh, thank you so much. You're reducing the gas prices. No, it's because we've been accustomed to the high prices. That's all it is. And then, like right now, oh, we're having the best gas price thing. No, are you kidding me? Where were you 5 years ago? Do you not remember what the gas was 5 years ago to what it is now? It just gets me. It gets me, like, do people forget? Oh, it's 10 cents cheaper. Oh, thank you, president. Oh, thank you, economy. Oh, thank you. No. It's not 10 cents cheaper. It's actually $4 more than it was. They're not saving us. They're starving us and starving us and starving us. Then they give us a little scrap, and man, we are so grateful. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. But we forget, wait a minute. They've been starving us for the past week, month, year. This stuff, it does move what we do. And we have to understand the Fed meetings. We have to understand the CPI, what it is, the PPI, what it is, how it affects us, the job market. We have to understand all this stuff so that we can apply it when it comes to our charts. You know, what is Bitcoin going to do? What is the stock market going to do? Is it going to hopefully help us in our navigation to making money? Or is it going to kind of warn us like, whoa, we might want to take it easy. We might want to just wait it out, see what happens. Wait a day or two, see where the dust settles, and then we can enter a trade. Versus, I don't know anything about the market or the economy or anything. Let me just enter a trade. Let me enter 5-6 trades, and boom, all of your stop losses get hit. And if you don't have stop losses, all of your trades are down 15, 20, 30%. And now you have to wait, or you panic sell. So the whole thing is trying to save you money. Everything that I say is from experience. This is what's going to save you so much time, so much money, and so much effort. Like, it's super important. Now, if you're in the VIP, I have videos that are 3, 4, 5 minutes long on average. If you want to make money, I will show you how. I would offer the free group, but it's already full. I have a huge wait list. So more than likely, if I do let 3 or 4 people go, the spots are filled. Not only that, but when people do sign up for the VIP because they're making money in the free group, I am very, very invested to make you money in this free group so you can get the VIP. When those people leave the free group and get into the VIP, Well, there's just so many more people that are trying to take their spot. I would strongly recommend getting the VIP. You're going to make money. Now, granted, none of this is financial advice. It's never hopes and dreams and empty promises, nothing like that. See what I do. See if this makes you money. I give you my real life experience based off of my trainings, based off of my teachings, what I would do at that moment versus what everybody else does, because they want to sell you their course. They want to sell you all that stuff. I show you that my stuff works. Do we win? Yes. Do we lose? Sometimes. That's part of the game. But what I do is I show you all this so that you can see, oh man, I lost today, but Joe said he lost too. So it's okay. That's what I want you to realize, guys. If you like the content that I provide, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and leave me a comment in the comment box. And I'll see you on the next video. And as always, let's make this money.